Okay, YouTube, we back with the motorized bike build. Had a few problems I had to work out. Just reinstalled the pipe with the heat shield. Got the heat shield on there. Put a little Permatex on it to let that set up for about an hour, then tighten that all the way down. Just gonna run a hose clamp at the back of it in the flex. Got to put a hose clamp right about here. We did end up having to cut the this piece here off of the choke lever. So I did cut that off of the choke lever and drilled a little hole and put a screw. So now I could still utilize it without interfering with the frame or the frame interfering with the choke going on and off. So we got that done. That works fine. Ground down a little bit off of this here adjuster screw. So it'll clear the frame just in case this motor decides to rock a little bit. Got a little bit of room in between there and the frame. But the biggest problem I'm having right now is there's no petcock on here. And with a petcock on it, am I going to be able to get that there to that fuel line? So I don't know. Now, last resort, I do have this here, which is a seat tank. That's a seat tank there. See that? That mounts to the seat, or the seat pole, and that's a regular straight seat pole and a seat. I was going with the lean back seat pole actually, but if I can't get the regular tank situated, then I guess I'm gonna have to go with a regular seat pole and the lean back seat. Bought that thing off of Facebook Marketplace for $5. You can buy them for like $50 online. It didn't come with a gas cap, so I used some ingenuity here to try to make a gas cap. It's a tight fit. It doesn't go anywhere. Drilled a little hole in it so it'll breathe. But that's just a pill bottle. What is that? I think that's aspirin. So that's what that is, just to get that working. This is fuel hose that I use for like my DO reed to replace the boots. But yeah, so that's on there and working good. It doesn't go anywhere. I don't even need a hose clamp on it. But that's where I'm at right now with this thing. Um, Need the hose clamp this, the zip tie this to the frame. That's actually not supposed to be like that. He put that there, that's for like draining the oil. See, it's got like a little copper fitting on it. That's cool though. Get the oil down there where you want it. Just gonna run it there through the frame and zip tie it to the pole here. Be cool. Um, yeah, so only other thing I need to do is put a throttle on it. I'm trying to get this gas tank situated first. It just looks like it doesn't really have much room to put the petcock there and then run it down. Now, however, a regular petcock, this is a different kind of petcock, a bent one on here, so I might have to try to utilize this petcock on there, but we'll see. I'm gonna order a couple petcocks a little later and get that on there. Only other thing, like I said, I gotta do is just run my throttle and give me a kill switch. I believe this is the kill switch wire. Yeah, so that's the kill switch wire. Doesn't really look like it's in there, but that's the kill switch wire though. What is this here? This isn't supposed to be wrapped around. Guess this is like overflow. Gotta get him down and out of the way so it doesn't end up burnt up and melted all over the motor. Well, we can't have it that way because it's got to zip tie it to this what's the name, I guess, and then that'll keep it off of the drive gear. You see, when I let go of it, it just get right over there on the drive gear. There's also a little overflow type deal here. That's cool though. So yeah, that's where we're at. Waiting on this here Permatex to dry up a little bit to seal my pipe off. I wasn't gonna run this, and I'm thinking that I probably shouldn't have because that's restricting little airflow from getting in there at the cylinder fins. But hey, I believe that's on there the right way. But I probably should have just Permatex the pipe and sent the pipe on, and that way airflow could have got through there at the fins on the motor. So yeah, that was probably, I probably should have did that. Should have just ran it without that shield on there, so we could have had some airflow getting back through there at the motor. Um, but like I said, this isn't really a fast bike. It's just gonna be a little cruiser putting around, you know, ride to the store around the corner or whatever. But yeah, so I got the tank on there. It's up about as far as it can go. Um, but and the reason of that is because it couldn't be anywhere. But I always put my tanks up far as they go on the pole. I feel like it looks better. Um, but I'm just thinking that I might have a problem or run into a problem with this petcock situation. But so that's just a little update on this thing. The love machine is what was on the motor already. I'm gonna take that out and try to put welding project there. Probably put welding project here. I initially was gonna sand this down and just put welding project in it with the welder. I'm not gonna just waste welding wire. So because I've been doing a lot of projects. So see, I be welding stuff together. So I don't want to waste the welding wire. Yeah, I had a guy tell me I probably should have just put one plate here, but nor do I have one plate. This is all just scrap metal I have laying around. Nor do I have one plate. But yeah, so I just did what I could. If it breaks, last resort, I just fix it and whatever. But I don't think it's going anywhere. It's not like it's a Predator on here. You know what I mean? This is just a little 49cc engine. You know, um, I just may go ahead and try to reinforce it from the top. Like I'm looking over here, there's a bolt right here. I could just run something from there to the top of the frame and just reinforce it thus more. But I think it's all right. It don't really move or go nowhere. So I think that's all right. It's on there. Fixie bike, with some saw on. I ain't never saw nobody really put it on the fixie, and it's kind of a tight fit here. So yeah. But we're on the fixie here. We on the fixie frame here. Um and we're trying to get her done. Should be done here in a couple days and ready to be tested. So stay tuned for that. Have a good one.